October 1st today here in southern Ontario, Canada. Let's take a look at how the World Economic Forum controls Canada. Canada's, well, politics and other things. A lot of people think that they don't. Let's look at some facts. Everything here is from the World Economic Forum's official website at one point in time or another. Let's start in the here and now and work back in time. Currently, our Prime Minister, Mark Carney, sits on both the foundation board at the World Economic Forum. This is the head table where the decisions are made. And the Board of Trustees. That's where the marching orders are distributed. He was one of only 4 men in the world who sat on both boards, and I'm not sure now that Larry Fink is president of the World Economic Forum, not to be confused with either of these boards. Anyways, Mark Carney, one of the top honchos at the World Economic Forum, not just a active status WEF member. Anyways, we have Carney on both boards. The foundation board is quite secretive. The Board of Trustees, we know, meets 4 times annually. Anyways, under the Trudeau WEF government, 75% of his cabinet ministers were Young Global Leaders Program graduates, active status WEF members. This hasn't changed under Mark the WEF Carney. In fact, recently, as I've been researching the World Economic Forum's Global Shapers community, not to be confused with the Young Global Leaders Program, I'm discovering some federal liberal ministers like Bill Blair. Is he still a minister, or has he just got moved to the back bench? Anyways, whatever. Our current Minister of Foreign Affairs, Anita Anand. They're global shapers, explaining why I never found them in the Young Global Leaders Program. I was looking in the wrong place. Anyways, as well as Mark Carney's cabinet members being, I'll be generous and say, almost exclusively WEFlings, our Governor General, Mary Simons, a Young Global Leaders Program graduate, she's a WEFling. Sean Fraser, our recently appointed Attorney General, entered the Young Global Leaders Program class of 2022. Obviously, the WEF has some plans for him to stick around. The head of our armed forces, is it Jenny Kerrigan? Is that how you pronounce her name? And I didn't consult my notes what year, but she graduated the Young Global Leaders Program. Yeah, the head of our armed forces is a WEFling. Most of the top positions in our mainstream media, CBC and CTV, I've covered all this stuff at length in various videos. The premiers of British Columbia, Alberta, the Yukon, Manitoba, Ontario, and New Brunswick. Yeah, they're all Young Global Leaders Program graduates. So let's move back in time just to get through this. Justin Trudeau, the World Economic Forum's Trudeau decade. Justin Trudeau graduated the Young Global Leaders Program class of 2005. You may well have seen the clip. I've played it on my channel a number of times of Klaus Schwab at Harvard saying this is how we penetrate the governments. He's most proud of the young Justin Trudeau, Young Global Leaders Program graduate, etc., etc. So, and then we come to Chrystia Freeland, Justin Trudeau's Deputy Prime Minister. She graduated from the Young Global Leaders Program 2016 and sat on the World Economic Forum's Board of Trustees all throughout her being, well, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance. Yeah, she became a member of the Board of Trustees in 2019. Now, you remember the supply and confidence agreement with Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the federal NDP party, and Justin Trudeau. That supply and confidence agreement that allowed not only the Trudeau Liberal Party to pass any and all legislation unfettered, as well as survive, 3 or 4 different non-confidence votes? Yeah. Jagmeet Singh was a classmate of Freeland's at the 3-year Young Global Leaders Program class of 2016. was unabashedly listed as an active status WEF member on the World Economic Forum's official website during the entire time he was in power. But there's people out there who think that the World Economic Forum has no influence in Canadian politics. They are the influence in Canadian politics. And we're not going broke through ineptness. It's by design.